everyone, welcome to my channel. So today we are dealing with the topic nouns. This will be very useful for so many government related exams for English language and comprehension, particularly spotting the errors, sentence improvisation, active passive voice, direct indirect speech, etc. So for all of these part of English language, you need to have some basic knowledge of English grammar. So let's start with noun. So, what is actually noun? Most of you know that noun is a word used as the name of a person, place, or thing. So, any name of a person or a place or a thing can be named as a noun. For example, Ram is a name of a person. India is a name of a place. Boy is a name given to a person. Book is a thing. Sugar is a thing. So, everything that is name of a person, place, or a thing is a noun. Now we have so many classifications of noun. So here I am only dealing with those classifications which will be useful for your exams. So first classification is common noun and proper noun. Common noun is the name given in common to every person or thing of the same class. And proper noun is the name of some particular person or place. So let's understand this using an example. For example, Hari is a handsome boy. Here, Hari is actually a proper noun. Why? Because Hari is the name of a particular person. And here, boy is a common noun because boy can be given to anybody who belongs to the same class. Similarly, Mumbai is a busy city. Here, Mumbai is the name of a particular place. So, Mumbai is a proper noun, while city is a common noun because the word city can be given to any other cities also. So, that is the classification of common noun and proper noun. Now, let's look into the two classifications of common noun, that is collective noun and abstract noun. So, collective noun is the name of a collection of persons or things taken together and spoken of as one whole. So, for example, crowd, mob, team, flock, herd, army, fleet, jury, family, committee, etc. So here the word crowd, mob, etc. is actually a name of a collection of persons. Actually, crowd is a collection of people and fleet is a collection of ship, etc. So when we talk about a collection of persons or a collection of things taken together and it is spoken as one whole, then it is a collective noun. Then what is abstract noun? It is the name of a quality, action, or state. For example, examples of quality are kindness, honesty, brightness, wisdom, bravery, etc. And action, examples are laughter, theft, movement, judgment, hatred, etc. For state, it is childhood, youth, slavery, death, poverty. So these are the examples of abstract nouns. So abstract noun and collective nouns are the two classifications of common noun. Next classification of noun is the countable nouns and uncountable nouns. This is very important. So what is countable noun? It is the name of objects, people, etc. that we can count. And the examples of book, pen, apple, boy, horse, we can count every examples. There is book, pen, apple, we can count all this, how many books are there, how many pens are there, we can make a count of that. But uncountable nouns are names of things which we cannot count. For example, milk, oil, sugar, gold, honesty. You cannot say you have 2 milk or 2 oil. You can weigh it and say it's 2 kg or 2 liter and all, but you cannot count how many milk is there in a pot or not. So uncountable nouns cannot be counted, but countable nouns are those which we can count. So this is a very important point to be noted. Countable nouns have plural forms, while uncountable nouns do not. So, for example, countable nouns examples are book, pen, etc. As I have told you. So, we can say the plural forms of these nouns also, like books, pens, apples, boys, etc. But for uncountable nouns, we cannot have a plural form. That is, we cannot say milks, oils, sugars, etc. That is wrong. So, only countable nouns have plural form while uncountable nouns do not. Then the next important classification of noun is singular noun and plural noun. You have so many grammar rules related to singular noun and plural noun, which will be very important for spotting the errors and sentence improvisation. So, a singular noun is noun that denotes one person, any single thing, one person or a single thing. Then it's a singular noun. While plural noun is something which denotes more than one person or thing. So, now we can study how actually the plural of different singular nouns are formed. According to that, we can also go through some grammar rules which will be useful. So, how actually plurals are formed? First case is by adding s to the singular. It's very common that most of the plurals are formed by adding the letter s to the singular noun. For example, boy, boys, pen, pens, cow, cows, book, books. Okay, but not all plural forms are formed by adding just s. There are some other cases also. Next case is by adding es to nouns, to those nouns which ends in either ss or sh or ch or x. So we have examples. For example, class, classes, kiss, kisses. Ending with sh, dish, dishes, brush, brushes, match, matches, branch, branches, box, boxes, tax, taxes. These are the common examples, but for English it's very common that we have exceptions for every grammar rules. So it is very important that you make a note on these exceptions. For here we have an exception. Here ox, the word ox ends with the x, but we cannot add es to make it plural. We need to add en. It's oxen. Oxen. The next type is by adding es to nouns ending in o. So if the words end in o, then also we can add es to the singular and form its plural now. That is potato, potatoes, cargo, cargos, mango, mangoes, echo, echoes, hero, heroes, volcano, volcanoes. Here also we have some exceptions like ratio. It is by adding s only. We should not add es. It's ratio and ratios. Solo, solos. Kilo, kilos. Logo, logos. All these examples we should not add es. We should add only s to the singular noun to form its plural. Next case is if the noun ends with y and y is preceded by a consonant, then we should replace y with ies. That is, if the noun ends with y, for example, baby, the noun ends with y and y is preceded by a consonant. Consonant means all those letters which are not vowels. That is, a, e, I, o, u are vowels and all other letters are known as consonants. So if the letter preceding y is a consonant, then we should replace y with IES. Baby, babies. Y is replaced with IES. Lady, ladies. City, cities. Story, stories, etc. The next case is if the noun ends with F or FE, then those are replaced with VES. That is, if here example thief, the ending letter is F. So F is replaced with VES, thief, thieves. And here it's ending with FE. Then here FE is replaced with VES, wife, wives. Then leaf, leaves. Life, lives. So this also have some exceptions like chief, chiefs. Here we are only adding S. We are not replacing F with VES and all. Just adding the letter S. Proof, proofs. Cliff, cliffs. Gulf, gulfs. Handkerchief, handkerchiefs. And here we have two cases. For scarf and dwarf, here both form of plurals are correct. That is, either by adding s or replacing it with ves. Both are correct. For scarf and dwarf, both these cases are correct. So many of these grammar rules you need to study the examples also, so that you get familiar with their plural nouns and you can point out the errors. Now next case is by changing the vowels. For example, man, men. I have heard so many of telling that the plural of man is men's. Actually, it is men only. You should not add s to the plural form. Okay, man singular and men is plural. You should not add s. Similarly, woman, women. Woman, women. Only a is changed to e. This is attained by changing the vowel. Next one is foot, feet. Foot is actually singular and feet is plural. Tooth, teeth. Mouse, mice. Child, children. Here also I have seen so many saying children's. It is wrong. Only children. You should not add s at the end. Okay. And this is a very important grammar rule you need to know, that is, some nouns have singular and plural form alike. That means their singular form and plural form are same. There is no change. For example, sheep, deer, aircraft, spacecraft, series, species, salmon, scenery, furniture, information. So I have seen spot the error questions with words like information. So you can easily spot the error as informations is the wrong word and information is the correct word. And similarly, furniture, scenery and all, you should not add s or replace y with ies and all, because their singular and plural form are same. So you should use the same word for both the cases. So most of these grammar rules, you need to be familiar about these examples. The next case is, now nouns such as pair, dozen, 100, 1000, when used after numerals, they do not change to plural form. That means the plural form of pair, dozens and all is just adding s, you can get the plural forms. That is pairs, dozens, hundreds, thousands. But when these words are used after a numeral means 1, 2, 3 numbers. When they are used after numbers, they do not change to plural form. For example, the sari cost me 5,000 rupees. Here, the 1,000 is actually preceded by a numeral. It comes after a numeral, that is 5. So, although 5,000, actually it's plural, but when a numeral is there before this word 1,000, then we should not add s here. Okay, but when there is no numeral before that, like this, there were thousands of girls attending the seminar, here we can add s. So, both these sentences are actually correct sentences. Here you should not add s because a numeral is already present before the word, but here we can add s because there is no numeral in front of it. Similarly, I bought 3 dozen oranges. Here we have a numeral 3 before the word dozen, so you should not add s. But here we can add s. That is, I can see dozens of oranges lying on the floor. Here there is no numeral, so we can add s. So you should study these examples, that is pair, dozen, 100, 1000, etc. The next important point is that some nouns are used only in the plural form. They only have plural form. They are always used as plural form. Like example, scissors, spectacles, trousers, jeans, pajamas, etc. This is also very important. These, you cannot say scissor, it's always scissors. You cannot say trouser, it's always trousers. Okay. Next point is, some nouns may look like plural but are actually singular. For example, physics, subjects like physics, mathematics, electronics, statistics, etc. Or since we see an S at the end, we may get confused that it is plural form, but actually it's always a singular noun. Okay, physics, mathematics, statistics, electronics, like that subject's name, and the word news it's always a singular one. It's not plural. Then the names of some diseases like measles, mumps, names of games like billiards, droughts, etc. There is no news is a good news. Actually, news is singular here. That is why we are using a singular verb with the singular noun. We always use singular verb after a singular noun. News is actually singular, so you need to use a singular noun after this singular verb after the singular noun. Similarly, measles is infectious. Measles are infectious is wrong. Measles is infectious is right. You need to use singular verb after the word measles. Next point is about the collective noun. We have already studied that collective noun. That means a group or a collection of people or things taken together. And we speak them as a one whole. Collective nouns are actually singular in form, but they are always used as plural. That is, they are always preceded or after the collective nouns, we must use plural verb. That is here, for example, poultry, cattle, people, and all. These poultry are mine. Here, these and are plural because poultry is a collective noun. Although it is singular in form, it is used as plural because that's why this verbs and the word these and are all plural in form. Likewise, who are those people? Not these, this people, it's those people, or that people is wrong. Who are those people is correct. This, you cannot write this poultry is mine. It's these poultry are mine. The verb should be plural. Those are the main grammar rules. Now we can just look into the plural form of some compound names. Compound names means, although it is a it contains three words like commander in chief, but it's considered as a single word with three parts. Such names we call it as compound names. So how can we form the plural forms? So I have provided some examples here which we see in common life. A commander in chief, the plural form is commanders in chief, not commander in chiefs. It's commanders in chief. Next, son-in-law, it is sons-in-law. Then man-servant, men. So man-servant, men servants. Next, stepson, stepsons. Passerby, passers-by. Now we can look into the plural form of some foreign words. These are for some extra information only. Like the plural form of radius is actually radii. Basis, it's bases. Axis, it is axis. Analysis, it is analysis. Criterion, criteria. Hypothesis, hypothesis. Phenomenon, phenomena. Formula, you can have two plural forms, either formulas or formulae. And for index, it is either indexes or indices. So actually the meaning of indexes and indices is different. Indexes means the contents of a book, actually the contents of a book written in order and all. And indices means something we use in mathematics, power. So you need to be familiar with the vocabulary also, because more questions are coming from vocabulary part also nowadays in English language part of all exams. So these are some of the grammar rules related to the classification of nouns, mainly the singular and plural nouns classification, and countable and uncountable nouns classification are more important. You can study more grammar rules in the coming lessons. I will add more videos on English grammar. particularly on grammar rules, which are useful for competitive exams. Now, if you like to have the notes which I have used here in this class, I will upload it in my Telegram channel. And actually, you need to be familiar with the examples which I have shared with you. I will upload this notes in my Telegram channel. You can download it from there. I will share the Telegram link in the description. And please like, share, and comment your reviews on the class, whether I need to change my way of teaching or anything. You can comment your opinion. Please like and share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.